Damn. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lover Show, baby. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there in crypto land. Shout out to everybody in the world. Blessings on blessings wherever you are. Some people it's 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 10 at night, or you're with me, it's 8 p.m. We're going to break down Bitcoin and the weekly candle glow. I think I'm going to pass out. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's jump on into the Crypto Lifer Show, shall we? Blessings on blessings to everybody here on the live stream. We love you. We appreciate you. And we care about you. We're very happy that you're here. Without you, we do not have a stream, and that's the most special thing about this live stream, that it makes you to make it happen. So blessings on blessings. Thank you for your time. We greatly appreciate it. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Bitcoin taking a little bit of a banger to the downside. My trades are down. I'm finally seeing some red. It happens, right? Eventually, if you hit green for days on end and you go, 19-3, you're eventually going to hit a loss. But we haven't lost yet. Nothing is realized. Just like when you're up and you don't take it, it's not realized until you get in and get out. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So where is the liquidity for BOOKMAP? We still see Big Red up at 70,000, still hanging out at 70K, and then there's some more liquidity above us. There is some liquidity, but all the way down at 60K, it looks more like a Hail Mary, but you never know. But at the end of the day, more liquidity all the way up to $70,000, $74,000, $75,000 for Bitcoin. So when I take a look at what I'm seeing here, it just gives me a conglomerate amount, amalgamated amount, whatever you want to say, up here for Bitcoin. All right. Shout out to BICO. Shout out to our man Stack McChange of the trading group. He was able to call a hidden bullish divergence here, and he was able to nail that low. This thing would bounce up for 96% gains, still holding probably about 90 of them, 89, something like that. BICO, Biconomy, also a new little coin, and look, it was the Cup de la Handle. The Cup de la Handle, but the cup of the handle there. The cup and handle, man. The Coupa de Handle. The Samuel cup and handle to the upside. And it shoots out. Look at how it does it every time. You get above the point of control. You get tight moving averages, usually on that 4-hour time frame. Look how tight things got on the 4-hour. You had this Adam and Eve double bottom with the little flag to the side that, the textbook je ne sais quoi bang to the upside. But I know everyone wants to see what's happening to BTC. Well, we're going to break it down for you. We're going to delete everything. Right now, I did say, let's say, this morning we were looking at Bitcoin. We wanted to see a push to the upside. Still overall bullish, right? It was the 12-hour time frame. But right now, we're getting some rejection here for Bitcoin. Had a real problem getting back above that 70K. And we got some bearish divergence here established in the 12-hour time frame. We may start to come back down to this 21-day moving average and kind of reassess situations. This may happen, all right? Pay attention. If you're up big on altcoins, you may want to take some profits somewhere, somehow, some way. Maybe reallocate, But you do what you can, okay? And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do here should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Shout out to the channel sponsors, iTrust Capital. We appreciate you. iTrust Capital is amazing. The 2 QR codes there, as you can see the 2 banners. iTrust Capital is amazing because you can buy and sell cryptocurrency and they're tax-free. Like SHIB just went up huge. Could have put a Bitcoin in there. SHIB went up, made 300%, turned 1 Bitcoin into 3, sold that, Now you got 3 Bitcoins in your retirement account waiting for you, but you only had 1. No taxable event on that short-term gain there. It's a pretty amazing thing. So, look into it. Look into distributions, and if you have a Roth or, what's going on there. But I'm telling you right now, with the tax season coming around and with Ed, the contributions have actually extended. 500 more bucks, I believe, this year than you could put in, and businesses also can put in a little more. So this is a good thing. The government has allowed you to put in more into your IRA than you could before this year. So take advantage. Look into iTrust Capital today. Check them out. All right. So Bitcoin, a bit of bearish div there, but whatever. We're going to look at all that and break it down. Let's take a look at what the weekly candle did for us, though. So the weekly candle, hugely bullish, right? So far, no bearish swing, nothing crazy. Right now, fine, we have a little bit of a bearish candle. Anything can happen right now. 68,700, the lowest we've seen Bitcoin in a good while, all right? Since that flash crash earlier today. But so Bitcoin opened at 63,113.97 cents. The high was 69,990.00. So on Binance, it said it never hit 70,000. I would have sworn we saw it at 70K. 59 on the futures on Mexi it did, but maybe on Binance spot. This is Binance spot, which I go by the spot. Okay. The low was $59,005 even, and the candle would close at 68,955.88 cents, up $58,041.91, up 9%. This candle right here, right? So it was a 9% candle, up $5,800. We started at 63, we ended at 68.9. We didn't close at 69,000. We didn't close all-time highs, but it was the biggest weekly candle we've ever had, and we closed substantially above a weekly support and resistance here, because that's where these two candles closed. So you would have to only say that 65,005, right? 550, really, that area is going to be it. We can even hover on the candle and show you where that candle actually opens, and it opens at 65,519. So to me, it's 65,519 is the exact area. You can zoom in here and then pull this right on there. And there you go, 529, But so that is going to be, right, your weekly support and resistance. All right. And as long as we hang out above that level, I stay, there's no bearishness. Now, we lose this level, you would only have to assume that we come down. So if we can, and why this level? Well, this is just where the wick was. Let's open this up a little bit. I think on a smaller time frame, we're going to look at it. There's a candle. There's a reason why I put this there on a smaller time frame, and we'll look at it. But even still, you could say, okay, there's no support, and there really isn't. I get it. We're in price discovery as far as the candle, and we did make an all-time high. We did, look. We went to 69,980. Like, this candle never went that high, right? It went to 69,000 even. So we did make an all-time high, but it could be a double top, right? Right now, we could be experiencing a double top. This could be the beginning of a major. My thing is, whenever you get this far away from the 21, usually you dump pretty hard. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some type of major downtrend. You know what I mean? But everyone's telling me that no, the ETFs are going to keep buying and we're going to keep going up. But I play the charts, right? And whenever I see us away from the 21-day moving average, it tells me, man, that I gotta really start paying attention. And to me, what happens 80% of the time is we come back to this 21. But again, maybe not. Maybe we continue to pump. I'm open-minded that there is some pressure here, and we're in some new thing. But I'm just, and what I do is, there's an answer for this. Whenever I get confused in the bigger time frames, the smaller time frames will give you the answer. So that's why we're gonna zoom in here. But beautiful green candle. Absolutely wonderful. Up, 9%. One of the biggest gains, except for Bitcoin's 22 the week before, but still absolute beautiful gains for Bitcoin. Lovely. Stochastics are a little high. RSI is a little high. MACD is getting a little overbought. All overbought here. But at the same time, no strong bearish div. We could be better, on the weekly. Now, I look at this 8-day, which is funny. The 8-day is a different, because it has 1 day from that other week, and it has this, and that's a bullish pin bar on the 8-day. So if we look at the 8-day and stay on the 8-day, very bullish sign on the 8-day. And it's a hidden sign, too, because you can't really see it on any other time frame. 7-day, you're not going to see it, right? And that 10-day, you're not going to see it. But the 8-day, because it attaches that dump with the pump together and matches into that candle, which is pretty interesting. I'm going to do more back testing on where that rabbit hole goes, because I know there's some type of input in there that I can gain. Some type of, my brain always picks up on these like deep dives that I could go on. You might understand what I'm saying. You might not. It's okay. Sometimes I don't. But I eventually figure out where my rabbit hole will go. It's pretty nuts. Anyway, three white soldiers too. It's a pretty bullish sign. 3 green candles in a row for continuation possibly, but very overbought again on the indicators, very far away for the 21. There's that 777 again. It's likely we will get a pullback to that 21. Beautiful pump though. So the candles are bullish. My 21 theory is starting to show that, some weakness in price action. The daily, okay, but the daily was away, and that's why I was sitting on this 22-hour time frame, and then even the 12-hour. The 12-hour looked interesting to me, like we could get a move here out of this symmetrical triangle. And we did. We got a nice pump. We were actually up in the gains. So you could say, hey, we were up. I actually made massive gains out of that pump, right? Then I tried to add the icing on the cake. We'll see where we're at. I may have to bail on those, right? So, see, down pretty bad, like $500 on one trade, So, Bitcoin's still bleeding out right now. So we'll take a look. I see a bearish div here. This is where I see a bearish divergence now. Now we needed this to keep kicking in the RSI to keep punching through the yellow line. You see? But we did it. We hit the yellow line and we came in. And I always tell everyone, watch Sunday night. Sunday night into Monday, heavy volatility. Heavy volatility. Always. Always and forever. You know what I mean? So always just be careful. Sunday night into Monday morning. All right, heavy volatility. I wouldn't be like, I'm not surprised we're seeing this crazy move. You know what I mean? Or just, it's sad though, all day they play with a sideways, and then we didn't get the gain. But it happened. So bearish div on the 12-hour time frame, swing down to swing down. Well, this swings up on the RSI. You lose this level, you're dropping down to the 21-day moving average. So just understand, this is key right now. And what level do you need to defend? It's 68,360, where this candle really opened here at 68,245. Yeah, 68,250 we're going to call it. So 68,250, you lose 68,250. You close a 12-hour candle below this. It's a bearish sign. You're likely going to head to this 21-day moving average. You bump off this, there's a chance this is just a liquidity grab. People are going to buy into this. We open up, buying again with BlackRock tomorrow, and they just keep buying in. And, eventually Bitcoin gets the halving, and we just get flushed to the upside, right? The measured move does take you pretty high. If this, and technically right now it's a breakout with what's called a retest. But wow, getting smoked right now to the downside here for Bitcoin. We were there before. We got a beautiful bounce. All right. And again, remember, read my indicators. The second you lose the 200 SMA on the 7-minute, it's usually a good time to bail on the trade. The only thing about my system is you got to be around. Like, you got to watch. You got to be, if you're going to trade with big money, you got to pay attention. And it can be draining because you got to be always you got to be in the trade constantly, on watch. And the second you lose certain levels, you got to be, I thought, I didn't realize how hard trading was when I first started. There's cool swing trades you can make, yeah. But if you want to leverage trade and really ape in and ape out and do your thing, you got to be really open-minded to whatever. So whenever I lose this 200 SMA on the 7-minute, we could lose it a little bit, but this is a more substantial. There we got the dip. We came back up. That was, non-farm. There we got the bounce. But here we're clearly definitely testing. And now look, if we lose this level, so you can see this is the level. We bounced here. Do we bounce, The measured move seems to take us to 67,871. And then, once we lose this level, like I showed you, once you lose the 7-minute 200 SMA, you're likely going to where? You could say the 10-minute. Once you lose the 10-minute, the 15, the 30 would be your next stop, right? And look, we wicked pretty close to the 30. And if we lose the 30, I look at it's like the 45. And if you lose the 45, you go into the 1 hour. And then down to support, right? Which is our next stop. And, you could look at this kind of like a rising wedge too. And rising wedges break down 68% of the time, right? And that would bring you back right down to this level. So, yeah, you got a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down. And you felt, but again, they're also parabolic. 1 hour time frames low. Let's take a look at our 4 hour. Let me get my indicator squared away here. Apologize for that. MACD, worst indicator to use by itself. Don't use the MACD alone. Use it in conjunction with a team of indicators if you're going to use, in my humble opinion. You do whatever you want, but I wouldn't be using the MACD all by itself. So look, if I look at the 4 hour time frame, double click the stochastics, they're pushing to the downside. They were bearish too to begin with a curve down. You never know that this could get bought up. We could get back inside this inside the pattern. But right now, I like to be really critical with my trend line, and that's what it is, right? So look at the bear flag pushing to the downside. Like I saw a bearish retest, making a move to the downside for Bitcoin, okay? Do we bounce off the zone is the key level here? Only time will tell for BTC. I like this track. Put a 333 if this track gets you going and you like this track. Yeah, baby. Let's go, baby. We're going to look at some altcoins tonight that are on fire, that just can't stop pumping. It doesn't matter. And it's been a crazy day to be alive. I'll tell you that right now. All right. And look. I was just looking at the daily P&L. 10 G's, 10 G's, 4 G's, 5 G's, 900. 11 lost with that dip down, right? But we came back, doubled it up, 26, 11, 15, and today was huge. Huge day in the market, right? So, March, blessings on blessings. March is 10 for 2, and we're up big in March. Like that one day, really, this one day at 10, 11, this 110.9 takes care of the losses, really. So we're up 20, 25, 30, 56, 60, or, we don't count that one, like 70, like 90, we're about like 100 racks in 10 days. Where else can you make 100 racks in 10 days? Here in cryptocurrency and trading, The market's just ferocious, so. But you do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do. I just show you what I do every single day here on the live. That's a real P&L, no Photoshop, no BS. That's exactly how we get it done here. And there's people that made way more than me in the trading group. I'm a small fry. I'm nothing. That's nothing. People are making gains. Look, GALA was in a nice flag. Again, if Bitcoin dumps, it'll dump everything. It's kind of had a premonition too with the trading group, right? And I always say be careful. Reminder, Sunday night into Monday creates volatility. We expect major shifts in the market. Also, if you're in another part of the world, APM has shifted. I now match the candle close again, which I think, Also made 10 grand trading AITECH today. AITECH blew up last night. Let's talk about AITECH and see how it's holding up against the dippage here for Bitcoin. Huge pump for AITECH back to 29. This thing was sitting quietly at 14. Boom, right? And some big YouTubers picked it up, started talking about it. We were talking about it when it was down here. I got a cool system to find coins on the low. I'm really good at it. We find the newest coins before everybody else. If you get them before us, you're getting them at like a $300,000 market cap on a DEX. Like there's just like, you're getting them. You're like, if you get them before us, you're basically creating the coin. I know exactly kind of how the system works, how coins come out, where the incubation is, what the new coins are, what's going to be happening. Follow me on Twitter. I give some of my premonitions on Twitter when I'm just thinking they hit me, and I say, yo, this is going to be hot, And a lot of times it comes out. So, blessings on everybody here to be alive. We appreciate you, and we thank you for your viewership. Your most precious asset is your time, and I really appreciate that you would share your time with me on a daily basis here on the live. So thank you, and blessings on blessings. So I'm trying to order something here. Let's do it. I'll figure it out later, I guess. It's weird. Oh, no, okay, yeah, I know why. There we go. I just want to take some profit here. Make sure my guy, yeah. All right. All right, everything's right. Sorry. Apologize for that. I got some trading to do sometimes when I'm live, you know what I mean? And things are just, you know, things are bubbling up. Anyway, so is there hope for Bitcoin, or is this just a massive dump? Should you sell all your coins? Is this a rally ended? Is it over? Were you faked out by BlackRock? Are you believing the bears? Is it a wrap? Or are you accumulating Bitcoin on a mass scale right now? Well, I showed you the levels to watch for BTC, okay? I got some lines here that like on the smaller time frames, but really it's all about this point of control. We lose 66.9 on the 7-minute, you're going lower. And you really got to get yourself back inside this pattern. Otherwise, we are going to drip our way further to the downside. 7-minute bearish retest when you try to get back inside the pattern and you can't below the 200 SMA. Match the 200 SMA with your structure. Once you go below it, then you trade the bear if you want. I like opening the short right when you go below this. Stop on the other side of the next support or resistance level, like here. Your risk-reward ratio is close on the short, right? I don't normally short Bitcoin in a rally like this, but you never know. I'll be open-minded if I see something worth taking advantage of. Right here we have resistance, resistance, resistance. That's going to be a nice area to possibly hold us to. It's 68,430. And then down here. But like 68,250. And is our daily ready? I mean, our daily doesn't look too bad. Like our daily, you know, this could just be a liquidity grab on a Sunday night. We could see this candle right back up and then Bitcoin just ripping, you know, just could be a bear. It could be a bear trap to induce some bears. How do we know? Well, we'll lose the 200 SMA here on the 15, which we are doing, which to me is a pretty bearish sign. So if we can't high or low this, get back. So if you don't see Bitcoin in the next hour to two, like I'd say 3 hours, get back above 69,000. Very likely we're coming to test at least this low at 67,890. And then we lose that. There's really no, I mean, we got some like local support, but you know, rising wedges love to break down where they began. This is what they do. So you would see Bitcoin right here at this key level, 65,600. And then that's 65.5. That 65.5, that's that level on the weekly, right? And we lose 65.5, and then we talk about this one, and then we could be seeing some more downside for Bitcoin to 60K, right? So I'm open-minded. Anything can happen. We'll take it one step at a time. Bitcoin actually getting slaughtered right now. 68,471, getting sold off hard. Altcoins not getting sold off too hard, but we're seeing a pretty substantial beatdown right now. All right. Still up huge in the day, you know. So I don't think people are rushing to sell off their alts at the present moment in time. But it's still, you know, tread lightly in the market, in my humble opinion. I pulled back some liquidity at one point. You know what I mean? A lot of coins are up absolutely huge. We're talking PALMAI banging on them, right? Doing absolute damage. Roots up pretty nicely too as well. Just seeing a lot of movement in the market. That's got me interested. Okay, I'm going to look at your super chats here and what you're saying. I want to know what you guys are talking about tonight. So I see Bitcoin, you know, if we can't double bottom here, get back up above the 200 SMA, further downside. It's a chance we have a little bit of bullish div that can save us here. We got some swing up while that swings down. We got some strong bullish divergence, which could give us a higher low there. Shoulder head and kind of a wiggly right. You know, there's a, you know, kind of a cup and handle that could bounce us, but once we lose this line, you're dropping very nicely here. Once even a 5-minute candle closes below 68.4, then we're going to test the true level there. 65.5. Do we hit 60? There's a chance. The moves will be fast and furious for Bitcoin, especially on a Sunday night. Always expect volatility tonight. You know, if you're not ready for Sunday night, you may not want to watch the market because Sunday nights usually will rock your world. I can't tell you how many Sunday nights I've seen just the insane, you know. So I always expect volatility. We had a beautiful trade. Things were going well. We were hanging. We got tight, but we started to lose moving averages. The second you lose the 7-minute 200 SMA, and I preach this over and over again, if you don't have the 7-minute open on a screen and you're not watching it, I don't care what time frame you're trading, daily, 1 hour, because the beginnings will happen right here, and this will give you a sign. It'll save you a ton of money if you just bail on a lot of trades right there. Wait it out, because here's the deal. You bail on the trade, you wait it out, it bounces back up, it goes sideways. You can always get here. That's not much different, you know, if you're going for that move. And you're back above the 200 SMA, then you're on the good side. You bail out here and you never get back above it, then you don't have to worry of the more downside that's coming. Look at this, 68,004. You can see this bear flag wants to drop on you to the downside. And that flag's about to encompass that other flag, which is going to push it further down on some bearishness. 67,800 coming for Bitcoin. And I hate to be bearish, the bearer of bearish news. Me berry, but it's a bit bearish. Is it not? Right? A lot of people too, they get scared they can't cut off a loss. Knowing when and how to cut off a loss is a big deal, and it will save you a lot of money in the long run. All right? This could be a beautiful double bottom here. This could be an epic double bottom for Bitcoin. Would I buy? You know, some days I would. Would I live dangerously on a Sunday night? I don't feel the need. So I don't think I would open up a trade here on a Sunday night. On a Monday afternoon? Monday night? Yes. Monday night I'd be a lot more daring. So come to daddy, we see that this flag is coming to the downside. And you can see that we're going down. Why? Because we're below the 200 SMA on the 7-minute, which tells me that we're bearish. These are very simple concepts. I teach them every single day. These will work on every single asset in the world, no matter what it is. Okay? Let's take a look at the DXY. And look, we got this beautiful high at 30 on AITECH. Does AITECH come crashing down now? A lot of these coins up absolutely huge, away from the 21-day moving average. A lot of times you do come back down to the 21. Every time this had a chance, though, it seemed to be getting bought back up. Pretty insane. The 6-hour, even with a wick, though, showing some, you know. If we look at AITECH fresh again, I found it in this beautiful flag. It was double bottoming. Tight moving averages showing signs that it wanted to go the length of the pole. Went further than the target with the spillover to the upside, right? It's got a really small market cap. We were looking at it down here. The thing is up absolutely, and I knew about it probably when it was a penny. And it went up to 26, 20. Yeah, it's basically a 30x almost. It did like a 15x because it was like a penny and a half. But this thing is just a monster. 6 cents, it's just a monster. And the people that are in it are up huge, and they don't seem to want to sell it off, too. So every time it should sell off, and I'm like, oh, that thing should sell off, it seems to just continue to go like either sideways or in some type of bull flag like this, where it then picks up steam and continues. So like, until I see something different, I must assume it's going to continue. Right now it may. This one may be the one that, you know, really dumps on us. And pull a fib here, just see what's happening for AITECH. But this is kind of how I map it out. This is what I do. You do. I don't know what you do, but this is what I do to kind of see where I'm at in trading, see what I'm at. I say it's highly likely we continue to the downside and Bitcoin drops to 67,840. But again, nobody knows. But I believe, you know, my time traveling skills when I was here last told me that that's what's going to happen. Yeah. What? Did I just say that out loud just now? This coin has been interesting. If it loses this level, look for it to lose the 200 SMA, then I would bail on the trade. But right now, it looks pretty nice, getting tight. Victoria VR. I think people that got in on the Dow Maker pre-sale made a boatload on this thing. All right. A coin that's going to be coming out is Gaimin on SEEDIFY. Gaimin, Gaimin on SEEDIFY. I think it's going to be pretty hot. Right? I don't know if this is like, if I'm clicking on the link or what's going on here. Oh, it wants to connect to my, So right now, Ethere's a live pool. Starts in 16 hours, 16 minutes. It's going to be pretty big for tier 1 through 5 or tier 6 through 9 upcoming, right? So you get in early if you're in the top tiers, okay? You have a lot of money to get into the top tiers. It's like 50, 60 grand almost, I believe. Ortify is going to be pretty blast off, and gaming. I'm watching for this puppy here. Gaming and blast off could be pretty big too. Also gives you an idea of kind of what's coming down the pike, right? Evermoon, Cocody, Bloodloop, right? You can see that. I mean, it's got a good catchy, fight, Repel gaming name, right? And there you go, further to the downside for the short, right? And perfect short right there. I told you right before it happened, I said this is a bear flag likely to drop down to the downside. Just the probabilities were not in your favor to go up because of the low, once you lose the 200 SMA. This is just how it works. You also lost a beautiful trend line that you've been holding for like a long time. I mean, a good amount of time. I mean, you bounced off it on the 6th. So for 4 days, you've been really maintaining a trend that you now are, So unless the bulls can get us back above this level, it seems like we are getting a nice move further to the downside for Bitcoin. All right. My target would take us to 65.5, which is that weekly support. If that does not hold, we could see some major further moves to the downside. All right. Some people will run in panic sell now. You know what I mean? If you're in for the long haul, you're in for the long haul. But it depends if you're swing trading, what you're into, what you're doing. That all depends, right? We take a look at the rest of the market, see how it's holding up compared to Bitcoin. Take a look at some Bitcoin pairs. So I see Bitcoin going lower. It depends. I mean, we have a pretty nice bullish div here now on the 5-minute chart. Let's take a look at that. We got a substantial swing to the upside here for Bitcoin with a nasty swing down. All right. Remember, a lot of people are outside buying up, We're in that middle part where, it's an eerie time, right? And let's not sugarcoat it. Let's talk about it together. It's an eerie time. Why is it so eerie for me? Right? Well, there's a couple reasons. All right. The main reason is, let me jump into the chat too. I don't have the chat loaded. Let me load up that chat. Shout out to the 56,585 people on subscribing though. I love that. We blasted through 56K on our way to 57,000. Unbelievable. Shout out to the 1,325 people here on the live. 337 likes. Blessings on blessings for each and every one of you. $200 in chat revenue. I did not even get a chance to look at the chat yet. Shout out to Jason Casper. Coupa del Handle, my man. Coupa del Handle. The Coupa del Hande. Use the MACD alone and you'll be working at McDonald's in no time. Yo, I love that. Yo, that's funny, man. The MACD Arnold's. God bless my man, Jason Casper. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. I don't know if you ever learned something from me. I hope so. I don't know. You seem to know a lot, so I don't know if I could even, if I'm good enough to teach you. But I hope it's possible. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Thank you for the $200 super chat. So that's insane. You don't need to do that. It's blessings on blessings. Appreciate you, brother. Hex is in a discount. Ad heavy, not financial advice, says Master Friend. Banging on him. GeoJam, nice tiny AI coin with a lot going for it. GeoJam's been banging. I put out to the trading group actually. Even got a DM about it, right? I'm so bullish, baby. If you want to join the trading group, all right, jump on in today. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. Links are pinned right here in the comment section. It'll be here, so you can click right there. It'll take you to cryptolifer.com. Jump on into the website, learn to trade, unlock financial freedom, get the education you deserve from a guy that goes live every single day, that does not stop, puts his best foot forward for you every single day to help you learn and help you find your way in cryptocurrency. All right. Could we make it inverted head and shoulder and get the bounce back to the upside, or do we go further to the downside? Only time will tell. Stochastics are low. We should get some type of bounce from here. How high is the question? You now have local resistance where you drop from below, right? So you bring this here and you say, okay, if Bitcoin can't get back above 68,374, the bears are in control, okay? Possible inverted head and shoulder. Could we get back in? If we get back inside this pattern, this becomes a bear trap. And they're going to just trap the bears and then flush us back to the upside, which is a very big possibility in such a big market. I'd be very careful shorting this market. You might just be caught up in like a liquidity grab, like leading into the fear. You never know though. The sad thing is one must always protect themselves. That's why taking profits is never a bad idea. Covering, they call it. Never being too overexposed in the market is a proper thing to do. All right. And even me, like I swung trade all weekend, had a lot of money out in the market. Maybe I want to pull some money back in. You see what I'm saying? Cover up, get some tether fatted up. See if, because if this dips some more, which it is right now, right? It's going to start hitting the altcoins a little bit, which I don't see them hitting too bad. But, what happens is they usually get hit off a little later. They kind of follow off like they're like 10 minutes afterwards, I'm taking some profits on some swing trades that I got into right now that were up really nice. Hold on one second. Okay, cool. That was nice. I'll take that gain. Stash that gain. And just keep adding some tether to my bag here. Now, whatever I've held long term that's up huge, I'm willing to take a hit on. But if I've swung traded and I'm up big, you know what I'm saying? Then I take some profits. And if I'm not in love with the coin and I don't believe in being in it all day long, like I don't want to love it all day, I take some profits. That's all. It's a pretty nasty dump. If we lose that next level there, we're likely going to get a pretty further dump to the downside. Hold on. I got to cover some big positions, everybody. I'm not trying to lose 50 grand. And I'm like 500 here, 1,000 here, 2,000 here. So I want to take those. Yeah. It's a pretty nasty little dump. Good time to buy though. To add into, if you have a long-term position that you care about, I would be adding to that. All right. If you're swing trading some hot coin that's just been getting pushed, like, good day to take some profits, right? Let's take a look and see how PALMAI and some of these smaller coins. AITECH's pumping. Doesn't seem to care. It's pretty interesting, right? So are people selling these coins to get into these AI coins? Are they selling Bitcoin off to get into AI? How we can kind of juxtapose this is we're going to look at a list of all these BTC pairs. We're going to take a look at what's happening to the Bitcoin pairs, right? This is a kind of fun way to see, you're still getting a little pumpage. So this all these candles are, whenever you see a green candle, it's holding up against Bitcoin. Trios, right? Not amazing. But we're not seeing like, man, there's a dump there. And then we can look at like Sol BTC. Take a look at that. So that's dumping against Bitcoin. So Sol, you can see like the market's taking a bit of a hit now. Let's get back over to Bitcoin. Nasty dump. 67.5. And again, like I showed you, once you lost this key level at 67.8, you're likely going to drop further down to 65.4. All right. That's going to continue to go. All right. Good time to add to some longs if you believe in your coin. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking as financial advice. We could go lower, you know. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP, really, no real liquidity there for us. It was kind of a supplies grab. When you zoom in, though, we can see 67,000, 67K. We see some there, too. All the way down to 66.6 even. So we got some liquidity now waiting for us to load up. Some pretty big orders. Not big enough, 80, 67, but some big orders there for Bitcoin. Could we V-shape recovery? Anything is possible. Probably a good time to buy some Bitcoin, in my humble opinion, right? I wouldn't panic sell anything, personally. We're up substantially. You're going to see dips like this. If you can't handle them, this may not be the market for you, all right? But just remember, you're going to see dips of this nature. It's going to happen, all right? AITECH holding nicely. That's my big trade that I'm in that I don't, and I'm like, I'm kind of babysitting here. Let's take a look at PALMAI and see how PALMAI is holding off. I give what I got to give, baby. PALMAI is still technically kind of in a flag here, and really oversold. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing the second Bitcoin kind of just goes sideways again. PALMAI gets lit. So something's telling me to stay off selling PALMAI right now, but you never know. If it loses 153, 198 was hot though, right? It did come down substantially. It's hard, man, when you get in so early. Like we got in down here and here. Like this thing has been ripping to the upside. But definitely a pullback. Like my alt, a little bounce back now. Slight bounce back of the coins here. Pepe still ripped. I mean, this is just... Even FLOKI, I jumped into FLOKI for a substantial amount of money. About like $5,000 earlier today. Let's take a look at what happened to FLOKI. Funny, then I seen Jason Casper look at it. And I was like, wow. It wicked back up to the upside here for FLOKI. Yeah, about to say, hold up, like something. Oh yeah, that was the secondary flag, right? Because I was like, wait. So this is, we got in right here. Thing boomed, right? Now it's in another flag. Honestly, this flag may continue. I'm still holding 20,700 FLOKIs. I'm up about $300. So we'll see. I was up a little more, about 800 at one point. I put $5,000 in right here. We got the pump. We'll see FLOKI kind of still holding its own against Bitcoin. Bitcoin getting a nice pump back to the upside here. I wouldn't be surprised if we just eat through this. We make some type of inverted head and shoulder, and we just get back to business here. And the ETF starts buying again, and this was just a laughed at little dip buy that people were like, oh, that was fun. You got us a little, but let's get right back to business. The second we get back above this 200 SMA on the 7, this whole thing is over, and we can just act like it never happened, but we need to see that. All right. I don't want to guarantee that for you. I'm not a perma bear. I'm not a perma bull. I am more bullish than Bitcoin because they're going to continue to put money to zero. Every day on my channel, I talk about the Ginny Foundation, U.S. money supply. This is from 1959 to 2018. If you add the other 5 years, it's out of control. 6 years to now, right? And just losing its purchasing power throughout time is the American dollar. And look at you, they make giant bills. They have to hold thousands of dollars inside one bill because they print so much. $1 million Zaire, $10 million Pango, $1 billion March, $1 trillion Zimbabwe dollars. Think about that. The only way you get $1 trillion bill is if you mess up something, man. You print the money to zero. Worst thing you could do, Bitcoin bouncing back strong from 67,000 all the way up a G there, showing signs of life. And people are buying up BTC. Strong bullish divergence here on Bitcoin. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. very strong bullish div. Could really begin the beginning of this inverted head and shoulder reversal. We'll get back to business here for Bitcoin. They just flushed some longs, got some stop people that wanted to go for the big ride maybe. But again, unless we get back above 68,400, expect more downside. This can be our first hurdle to cross. Our first hurdle to cross. We have to break through that. Otherwise, bang, resistance, and we could start making some type of bear flag and then continue down. Our level 65.5 isn't that far away, and it's waiting. We dipped into this level, though, and the fact that we didn't continue down tells me there is some good amount of orders that we're able to get algorithmically triggered there to buy up that price action. We'll see, this is the channel that will calm you down when you're seeing a dip. That'll slow you down when you're seeing a dip. That'll get you focused, get you disciplined, and get you on your way. So have no fear. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to make it through this together as a team. All right. Blessings on blessings to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on into the live and being a part of the live stream. We appreciate you. Let's get back in here to the live chat. Again, thank you so much for the $200 super chat. That's unbelievable. 2 $100 super chats. Only Sammy has the charts. Let's go, Sammy. Don't lose the confidence. You're the man. You're funny. Why do you think I was listening? So weird. I shouldn't even listen to that. That tells you you're like trolling me. Don't sweat the small stuff. Sammy the GOAT, baby. Oh, I don't care, man. I'm actually, no. Guys, everyone, I have like a big announcement to make. There's a lot on my mind right now. I think, and maybe you can pick that up. I'm moving to Sarasota. Like this month. We decided, that's it. Yeah. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm not going to buy. I'm going to rent. Let me explain. And you guys can tell me what you think about this decision. Let's just say someone's sitting on a good amount of money. Let's just say somewhere between $800 to $1 million in cash. And you go and buy a house with that money, and then you got to pay insurance, right? You got to pay closing costs, furnish the house. I mean, you could turn it into just, pretty good amount of money. Then it's locked up, and it doesn't produce any gain. You can't do anything with it. No cash flow, right? So I'm moving to Sarasota, Florida. He's funny. Hey, I'm in Florida. I'm moving to Sarasota for my own reasons, not because it's cool for everybody else. I've been planning on moving to Florida for the last 15 years. Like, it may seem like a fad to everybody else, but it's, number one, no state income tax. Number one, no state income tax right off the bat. A very big savings to me, especially being in one of the most heavily taxed state in America. California, New York, Massachusetts. Massachusetts may be the most heavily taxed. And certain aspects of it. Again, high quality of life, great people. I don't mind it per se, but certain things are changing. Welcome to Florida. Clearwater is pretty like another planet from here in the high desert. Amen. You got cash flow and appreciation with real estate, especially in Florida. Yeah. I want a villa in Florida. It looks heavenly around there. Yeah, but I could buy, so I'm not going to buy the house. I'm going to rent the house. And I'm saying this to you guys because I'm not going to do what everyone else has been doing. Everyone else is going to say, oh, renting is a waste. You got to buy. You got to get equity. I am going to buy real estate. I'm going to buy rental properties, though. I'm not, and that way I'll get to the point where my rental properties, I only need basically one more rental property to get to the point where it would pay for my living quarters and a substantial living quarters, too. So I could break even on rents and it could pay for where I live. That's pretty nice, right? Have where you live just paid for. I'm in St. Pete, 70 degrees right now. I know, right? Don't listen to the people in the chat. Come live your life. Shout out to Stack in Florida, my man. So many moving to Sarasota. It's one of the nicest places to live in the country. Amen. So anyway, I'm just, I let you guys know on what I'm doing sometimes because maybe, 10 years from now, you may be 41 in the same situation and you may remember me and you may be like, oh man, I remember him sharing his story about his life. And I don't know, it may come into play. It may help you. I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to be honest. Right? Shout out to Jamal Antonio from St. Pete's as well, man. Yeah. And what you could do is, because I'm going to build a big studio in the house, or, use it for studio purposes. Basically, I can rent off, write off what I use for the house in rent. It's just amazing when you have a studio in the house. Use the house for business purposes all the time. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a lot of good, there's going to be the state tax break. There's going to be the ability to write off rent, which I think is going to be, and so I don't know. I'm just excited. I was nervous to pay rent. I feel like I had to buy. And I kept going over it. And today I finally came to determination. I'm just going to rent. It's a really nice divergence. I wouldn't be surprised if it marks our, our low for maybe the week even, or, but you never know. This could be a follow through dump. Right now we hit that substantial area at 67.8. I had the line there before we even hit, because bounce, right? You could tell that we bounced so far. Could we hold the zone? You're going to crush it, bro. Congratulations, brother. You have the right idea. Thank you. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker. Florida legislature recently formed a committee to eliminate property taxes also. We'll see what happens. Moonshots are my favorite compilations. Just got to have a good, trustworthy landlord. Don't want to get kicked out for any reason or no reason at all. That's true. Renting is good to wait for the crash of the real estate market. Renting, I've rented for a long time in my life, and it never really mattered what happened to the markets. Rent was rent, I missed the stream till right now. What's the idea? This is going to be bearish before the split and drop heavy? BlackRock, love it when people dump the price. Are we going down to 65K? I mean, if we lose this level right here, and this is a rising wedge, and rising wedges like to break down where they began, it's very likely we'll drop down to this level here at 65.5. I'm just being... And again, we're below the 200 SMA. Once you do that, you're going to go... You lost the 15. So now you're looking for that 30. And right now, look, you're toying with the 30, 200 SMA. You lose the 30, you're going to go lower. There's no reason to close the trade unless you can get 2 candles or 1 candle above this yellow line. We have the divergence in the 5. Can it hold us? Look, the 33-minute, you're bouncing right off the 200 SMA. It's so weird, right? So you're looking for the 45, which you wick to, and you're looking for the 1 hour. The 1 hour would be your next area. So you lose this level, you're dropping right to this 200 SMA. You got a gap with the VRVP. It's very likely. You best get back above this point of control, 68,400. Bitcoin has to get, and then get back inside this pattern sooner than later. We're going to have ourselves a pretty nasty dump to the downside here. The daily is away from the 21-day moving average. Very likely that it wants to come and join it and hang out. It doesn't like to get that far away. So I wouldn't be surprised if this makes a dump. Not saying we're dumping for sure. We're going to watch the smaller time frames. It's all about the 5-minute now. I don't know where price is going. I watch basically, probabilities. The thing is, right now, we're just watching to see if the 5-minute can get above 68,421. If that can happen, we can breathe. If not, we got a problem here. All right. Pyth is hot too as well. Someone said Pixel is ripping. These coins just don't seem to care, right? The altcoins, everyone's like, dude, I gave up on Bitcoin what it does a long time ago. Like, I'm sitting here accumulating my altcoins, man. I mean, AITECH, if it accumulates here, could be another beautiful play. If I see this thing, if it could take 6, 7, 8 hours, I could wake up tomorrow morning. If that still consolidates, I might put another 10K in and go in again and make another 50%, right? Buy this dip, are we going down more? I'm always dipping a little, but I bought so much of the dip. I only buy like experimental coins now here and there, Gonna hit 65, it looks like Wyckoff. I would just I would take it one step at a time. Wyckoff, all that other, I would take it one step at a time, everyone. Looks like whatever. I've been in the charts for 15 years. You've been in the charts for 15 years? Have you been trading since you were 25? Are you 41? Someone here might have been trading long. Is anyone here trading longer than me? Anyone here have more than 15 years experience trading? No, I'm not even being rude. I'm being like super, like I would be like kind of interested. Because If you've been trading for more than 15 years, maybe 16, I guess now. Almost, I'll give it 17 because I started when I was 24. So 17 years. And again, you may have done that, but did you do 6 to 7 hours of charting every single day for 1,000 days? Did you do 6 to 7 hours of charting every day for 1,000 days straight or more? So I'm just saying, like, screen time is key. Trading my time for minimal pay. Losing money for 6 years. I love pizza too, man. Shout out to Rudy. We love you, man. Bullish Crypto Mike. What happened to Gaz AI? That thing dumped hard. I put $1,000 on it. Went to zero, right? Let's take a look at it. Was it Gaz AI, right? Well, it was on CoinEx. GSS, I thought. And honestly, you never know. 2-3 months from now, you never know. I thought it was GSS. Gauss AI, right? And I speculated on that too. Like, a buddy of mine looked at it, said it could have been hot, and it could have been. And actually, I actually made like $3,000 on it at one point. I didn't sell it though. I just left it there. I forgot about it, to be honest. I bought it on CoinEx and didn't remember I even, like, kind of forgot about it. You know? I don't know why I can't find the chart now. GSS, right? I think I used to have to go to the actual website just to look at it. I think it was on EGX too, not even on... I think it was on EGX, not even on CoinEx. Like this EGX website, right? I think that's why I forgot about it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't even I forgot I even bought the thing, to be honest. That's why I don't put what I'm, I put what I don't put what I'm willing to, I put what I'm willing to lose in a coin. I don't care. Like, right? If you were sweating this thing with everything you had, let's see what happened to it though. So, found out about it, at 20 cents or something down here? I'll get in somewhere here at 45. It ripped all the way to 138. I was up pretty nice, I guess. I didn't even remember. And now, look, it's at 8 cents. Could be gone. You never know. That was... Once something on EGX, that's highly speculative, in my humble opinion. Like, you're bugging out on that at that point, right? Yes, you had to sold that thing, yeah. I'm not saying anything. Yeah, it's someone just asked in the chat. All right, baby. We got to break this level here to get back to business. We got to break back above this level. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Shoulder, head, right shoulder for Bitcoin. Can we make that inverted? Can this beautiful bullish divergence hold us back with a nice liquidation? Crow been pumping for weeks. Underdog coin. Crow's been hot. Had a nice chart too as well. We put it in the chart. Chart looked good to me. Funny, I wouldn't be. I mean, it look even on the daily. Look, it could do one of a couple things, but it's likely just making a beautiful flag here, bull flag, and continuing. It hit the target. Our target here. Look at this. Bang! Right, our first target. Our next target is now 23.44. Very likely going to happen. Just wait for it to touch that 21 and boom. Crow, baby. Bitcoin to 1 trillion USD by April 2025. You're funny. I have 17 youths, but I have learning every day. Amen. So resistance here, you know what I mean? You can't get back above this level. Expect more downside. This is going to be the test for Bitcoin here. Otherwise, it's going to make some type of weird bear flag or something strange. And that's going to continue to the downside. It does look more likely that it's going to dump because it's losing these moving averages, right? And that 1 hour is calling for it. But let's see. We'll watch this 5 Even the 7-minute, 7-minute barely has the divergence, but the 5-minute has it. Not strong enough, too. It might not be strong enough to get us above. See, divergence is only as strong, I found, as support of resistance. Where's the SR flip? Boom, boom. That's the key. Once you get back to support of resistance, everything makes sense. All right. That's why I took profits on that trade last night, because you never know. You see what I'm saying? You never know. I did lose my trade today. You know what I mean? It happens. I will lose a trade sometime. I'm actually happy because it's been a long time since I said I lost a trade, because I haven't. So. Do you attend all your kids' sports events? Do you pick them up after school? Do you coach their sport teams? Do you attend their parent-teacher meetings? Do you help them with their homework? Did you show your child how to do a two-seam fastball? Do you teach them how to throw and catch a football? Did you teach them how to drive? How many times were you available while they experienced their first of anything? Did you capture that moment? Did you cry with them? Did you tell them you love them or show them how to love? Validation doesn't come from money. Validation comes when your son, who is already a very successful and productive member of society, calls you his best friend. I will take that over $1 billion any day. Stay focused on the right things. Life is short. Amen. Me and my daughter went on a nature walk together, and I held her and told her how much I loved her. And I told her how much she meant to me, you know, and how she helped me get through the death of my father, you know. Oh, yeah, Jason, you just Google Sam Price on there. Sam Price Life Elixir, right? On Spotify, man. Here it is. It's on Spotify. There you go. When you get that tweet, you'll see it. There we go. That's just so funny, man. I don't know. Shout out to the 26,100 followers on Twitter. We appreciate you. Thank you, jumping on in. Federal Reserve is trending. This week, Federal Reserve Chair said that the central bank is likely to significantly change its plan to require large lenders to hold more capital. Yep. What they want to do is they want to crush small banks, man. And they want to centralize the banking system. To me, that's what all those crashes were. But again, you could call me crazy or whatever you want. But they're making it. And again, you don't remember all the Democrats whining about how they couldn't get certain loans? And they were complaining. You could see it was because they were putting a stronghold, you know? I don't know if you noticed that, but that was one of the main things that we saw during a lot of the hearings. All right? It made sense to me, too. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. If we break above this key level, this could be our beautiful reversal. All right? And only time will tell, but we will see. We will see. Wow, Wild pumped hard. Game for a living. GALA pumped hard. All my bags just up huge. Insane. PALMAI doing damage. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Shout out to everyone that jumped into the plays of the day. Shout out to the super chats. Bless you. We got MYRO, Hex, and PALMAI. I already looked at PALMAI. And Bitcoin's got to get back above this key level to remain bullish here. It's kind of what we're sitting and waiting for here. If it can't, previous support becomes resistance, we got to flip that to remain bullish. Bullish, you say, bullish. Shout out to Jay Dolan. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Crypto Buddy X. Shout out to New School. Shout out to Michael Mabry. Crypto Bellico. And everybody here on the live. Shout out to Maddie Kelsch. Just coming in. Have you looked at PALMAI yet? I sold it $2. Looks like it's setting up for another move. Thank you. You sold the exact top, huh? Dang. I don't know how you did that. Nice job, though. Sold the 2 beans immediately. I couldn't get myself to sell at 2 beans. But that was a nice sell for you, man. Did it even hit $2? Yeah, I think it did, right? $2 exactly. Exactly. $2. Wow. Maybe 198, 197. Or did you hit $2 like to the T? That's insane. Hey, if you're a lifer, then you sniped it probably. I would believe it. You got a good mentor. So, I mean, there's a chance this bull flag pushes us further to the upside to 225. Very oversold in the 1 hour time frame. And kind of bending here. Kind of some hidden bullish. This is swinging down. This is swinging up. So it's got that hidden bullish. Again, the hidden bullish could get negated, but to me, it has some hidden bullish divergence. Smash that like, y'all. Bags packed, baby. Shout out to Pokey Brothers. Shout out to Johnny Saint. Buy with an LLC to rent to your LLC. Post ETF, Bitcoin behaves much different. RSI, money flow on ETH, getting tight. Let's take a look at our baby MYRO here and see what's happening with MYRO. Does MYRO have more gas, or is it going to take a substantial dump to the downside? I'm just watching this trend. If this trend breaks, you'll hit the 200 SMA. If you lose the 200 SMA, you will go further to the downside. That's just a very simple concept, right? So, you know, it could be a perfect buy, honestly, for MYRO. And honestly, I could see it going further to the upside here. Hit control, you can just grab another bar of anything. It's pretty nice. So 81% gains for MYRO, up to 74 cents. But it has some kind of double top vibes, kind of an Adam and Eve, slanted Adam and Eve. And again, it all depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues a substantial dump. Loses these key levels and continues to flow to 67, 65. I mean, you're going to see a pretty nasty move down. All right. We've had a lot of pumpage. Every time I've seen a lot of pumpage like this, I'll be honest, I've seen Max Payne come after it. So just be careful, everybody. Like, this is like it always goes up forever type of stuff. Is just very, I'm always like, well, let's just be very, very careful, you know, and take it one step at a time. All right. Yeah, Kava looks ready to explode. Interesting. Injective. Best meme out right now on the hottest chain. Check out BCOK. Yeah, BCOK is starting to get some, you know what I mean? It's starting to get some traction. I'm not going to say it, but it is starting to get some crack. Yeah, it's so funny. Man. But again, it did dump down. But I have heard this thing being ringing bells. Pulled back to the 786, 618 Fibonacci level. So, like, if this were the case, this, you know what I mean? Memes, when Bitcoin takes a $5,000 dip, though, if we go to 65 or something like that, and we lose this level, if, and only if, you know, we take it one step at a time here on this channel. Like, we're not going to dump if we get above this level. We're not going to pump if we don't get above this level. Everyone else wants this other stuff, right? God is good. Thank you for saying that. God is great. What a beautiful time to be alive, and thank you for saying that. Blessings on blessings. All right. Somebody said Hex is a rug pull. Whoa, what happened to Hex? I mean, look, Hex was looking nice, too. Look, bounce, bounce, bounce. Beautiful trend line. Everything was going well. It did lose a substantial. But, dude, what happened to Hex? Why did Hex dive down to 005? Wow. So some people believe this is a load up point for Hex. Hex getting flattened. That's a bullish a bearish engulfing candle. That's crazy. I don't know what happened or who happened or how it happened, but was there an unlock maybe for a substantial amount of Hex? It is getting bought up at right now. We'll see what happens. But that, wow. Hex taking a substantial dump. Seems like a good V-shaped recovery. What if it just flips all the way back up, though? It's crazy, right? Goes back to 2 cents. You can 5x your money on that half a penny buy. I don't think I'd be getting into Hex, but hey, if you believe in it. Richard Hart said that the Pulse chain is better than the Hex ETH. Super chats. Ada. Cadanza. Go to the store and buy me a pack of Cadanas. I need to get a breather. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you. Let's take a look at Cardano, all right? Whenever I look at a coin, I look at it on the weekly, especially when it's a big coin. Cardano, beautiful move from the low of 24 all the way to a high here of 80. Basically almost did a 4X, which is beautiful, right? If you have money like me in Cardano, as long as I've had it in, seeing it move anyway is nice, right? Adam and Eve double bottom, broke to the upside, had some substantial supportive resistance areas here, took a nice bounce, and hitting resistance here for Cardano, all right? Does it make a jump further up to 117? That's kind of what we're looking at here for Cardano. Once it breaks this level, you can see it moves really fast. See where our moving average is? It's moving up, pushing up the white line. Let's take a look at our 5-day. Remember, once you get above the yellow, the 200 SMA on the 5-day, that's when things get really crazy. That's when I would put like 100 grand into coin. Like that's when I would feel a substantial idea in that coin, right? Yeah, Bitcoin getting a dump, man, you know. Telling you, I just tethered up like 30 grand in tether. And I might even tether up a little more. I get it when things get really crazy, I get into very high risk positions. I start flinging it around. Once it cools off, I tend to cool down, right? And I'm like, well, if that's not working for me, then I'm going to move on, right? Tether back up, see where I'm at, make sure we get back above moving. You know, if we stay below 200 SMAs, then I have no business being in the trade. So like if I'm in a big trade and I see the 200 SMA lose in the 1 hour and I'm swing trading, I'm going to get out of the trade. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, that's just kind of like what I would do, right? See, we're on the weekly inverse head and shoulder. Can you take a look, please? We will, yeah. Would you mind taking a look at ISCB? And it's hard to sell. You have to constantly get into this mode of selling. A little bit. I'm not saying, again, for me, personally, for me. You do whatever makes you happy. Okay? AITECH, though, I just can't believe the hot coins don't care. FLOKI getting a bit of a dip there, too, to the downside. Right? And that might get bought back up so quickly. You see it and you'd be like, damn, I wish I never sold my FLOKI. It's up huge now. But I'd rather just be, you know, like I'm speculating on FLOKI, I'm up. Take my little bit of money, wait for it to get back above a move. You know, if it loses the moving average on it didn't lose the 200 SMA yet. So still kind of like not really bail time for me. I'm still up in the trade. I was up way more though, see, you know. I think I bought some Pixel. Let me see. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I bought Pixel when it just started. Let me take a look if I have some. I do. I got a little Pixel. Let's take a look at what's happening here. You know, when Pixel first came out, I figured it was a good buy, right? I probably didn't buy a lot. Probably how much did I buy? Let's see. Only $1,000 worth of Pixel. Dang. But I must have bought it. I bought it down here though. 49 all the way to 90, and it doubled up. I must have put $500 in on the low. Wow, the thing is ripping now though, right? Yeah, so look, if I were to sell it, 362. So I must have put $600 in at like, I'm up 50%, right? So I put in $600 and I made, yeah. And I made about 360 on it or something like that. So I'm up 50%. So that means I must have, and if it is, it's sitting at 90. So something went, so I must have got in somewhere at 68 then, right? Because yeah, I might, maybe right there I bought in. Or maybe even right here I bought in the first day. Right around there. Not a lot, so I'm not in it too hard, right? I try to spread my wings and get into a lot of coins, right? But it's all about this level. If Bitcoin doesn't break this level, we're okay. If Bitcoin can break back above this level, we're okay. But if we lose this level, we're going further down. That 100, 200, that 1 hour 200 SMA. And then down to my next key level here. 65.8. And this is just a stop zone for the measured move. CWAR on the weekly. That's an old coin I actually owned back in the day. CWAR. And it's just a gaming coin. A lot of gaming coins are waking up and getting hot right now. And this was just a coin that was at the bottom of its barrel. Will CWAR ever get to where it was before? Sad thing is I never sold CWAR, and I never would. But when they got in that 3 comma thing, they were able to sell off my positions and buy garbage coins, allowing them to sell off. So I would be the liquid buy-in. It's kind of weird how they did it, but he sold Pampit 67,000. We're still battling $68,000. You can see your spot position on MEXC and includes your average buy price and P&L. Yeah. On the side, right? Open positions. Where do you see that, though? I find it in open position. Jeffrey Bridges, where do you see that? Same place? Just want to see if you see it somewhere else. I mean, the weekly, you want the weekly. This thing is beat up on that weekly, right? It says it's going to make a big move. What I look for is like, look, the 3-day, the 5. Yeah, you're looking, you see, I mean, the 2-day got above the 200 SMA. It's a good sign that you're going to move. Once you get above the 200 SMA, so then you look for smaller time frames. I mean, wow, CWAR actually looks bullish here on the 1 hour. Really small coin, people. I used to trade it. Funny, I had a big bag of it from like $1.70 up to $2. I think it went to almost $3 a coin at one point. It's all-time high on Binance, like 486, and it wicked even higher, but like about $5, you know. I think it's now 4 cents. I mean, I don't even know. See, this is something I don't know. I couldn't vouch for a lot, like ADA, Chainlink. I'd say, oh yeah, they're gonna get back to their all-time highs. This coin, I don't know. I'd be in the middle on that. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna get back to its all-time highs, right? Got a big stack of WHOREN and Bowden. It's so funny, man. Oh my gosh. That one's too funny. Oh my gosh, you guys is crazy. I'm gonna stay away from this one. This is nuts. But market cap 8 million just came out today, right? Basically. Went from 2 cents to 16 cents. Did an 8x. I mean, this thing is so funny. Like, wow, you know what I mean? And I'm from Mass, so it's just like, you guys are funny, man. This is crazy. So CWAR actually, see that green? I mean, it's got a green candle. It's low. And again, if Bitcoin dumps, this could turn away, but looks like there's a possible move for CWAR. Very low, high-risk coin, right? But, you know, it's on my radar for tonight. It looks like we could eat on, you know, whatever looks better to me. See, I trade the TA. I don't trade really what people say, right? And remember, I don't usually make big trades on Sunday night into Monday morning, right? That's not when I open up. Like you're not going to see me trading futures Sunday night into Monday. I usually don't open up a futures trade. Everybody should dump all their alts so I can scoop them up. You're funny. Going any coin, but there's a tab called positions. Yeah, positions, right? Yeah. That's where I see it. So Cardano, sorry, back to Cardano. Didn't really finish off here with Cardi. Shout out to the 1,582 people on the live, 559 likes. Thank you for being here. So look, Cardano, once it breaks 78.80 cents, it's going to rocket to 117. Breaks 117, it's got a clear way to 144, and then, I mean, the moves up were pretty fast. So then you can see it could skyrocket to 212. The high for Cardano, $3.11. Some big money if it gets there for me and for a lot of other people. Cardeezy. Can it get back above the 200 SMA? So I would be watching this flag here for Cardano. A lot of these dips look like there's going to be little dips. That is what I call a cup and handle for Cardano. Slightly ascending cup and handle, but pretty nice. I see Cardano doing damage. I'd watch for this to kind of hit this key level. If it did hit the level, it would be amazing. It may not go that low. You have one level right here. It may just go right near there. I see its next stop is $1 and then moving up to 119. Now, if Bitcoin takes a substantial dump, this will change the situation. But right now, that's not the case. So we're going to take it one step at a time, one moment at a time, one day at a time, and keep it fresh, right? So look, rejection. Bitcoin looks like, and look, now the stochastics are high. That tells me this is likely going lower. Likely going lower here. And there she blows. To the downside. We did not get to make the right shoulder. It would have been great. Didn't happen. Divergence didn't hold. Didn't get us back above support or resistance. See? Bounce, resistance. Key level needed to be broken back above. We did not get above that level. Expect more downside. 66,881 for Bitcoin. Unless we double bottom here. Stochastics high tell me more dump is coming. They're very accurate signals when you see that. All right. My wife got me dinner, but it didn't come. It came so late, I never got to eat it. But that's okay. I'll be able to eat when the stream is over. It happens. That's what happens when you're a working man. Wow, Pixel's skyrocketing to 106. And you can see I'm in it, but for chump change. But again, for some people, I mean, even for me, $300 off $600, I'll take it. Especially when I've had it in there and haven't talked about it and the market's dumping and I'm getting a little bit of money there. What if I had 10 stacks on it, right? Does Pixel go up for more? That's a good question we should ask ourselves, right? So let's take a look. See the time frame we can get the most information on it. So right now it's an obvious price discovery, period, right? Someone liked it. It started to get bought up. It's out of control now, right? It was in a beautiful flag. Wish I'd seen that flag. That thing broke out, all right? Been ripping all day. The 1 hour was low in the stochastics. Man, you had hidden bullish divergence. This was swinging down. That continued to swing up. Told you that the trend would likely continue to the upside. That's exactly what happened. Let me show you if you didn't understand what I just said. Hidden bullish divergence is as such. You're going to get a low to high that's an uptrend like this. But if you go here, you're going to get a downtrend. I'm telling you that you're likely going to break this high. Even if you have a double top there, you know, and that's exactly what we saw happen. Now, is this going to continue? We'd go to the smaller time frames to figure that out. That's what we want to watch. That's what we want to pay attention to. We look at the 1 minute time frame. Want to see if this is going to come back down and hit this 21-day moving average here. That would be your first flag. The big flag, this thing could go. So I'd watch the 1 minute time frame. If Bitcoin still continues to dump, I could see this even, you know, everything really takes a pretty big beat down when Bitcoin, you know, plays games. I'm always like, I'm in the middle of like making sure I know what went through. You guys are like, what is he staring at? I'm like I saw a ghost. I'm like, oh. Wildcoin did unbelievable bangs, right? AITECH getting somewhat of a pullback here. Shoulder, head and shoulder there in the smaller time frames. And we don't know what it's going to do. One or two things, right? Could even be a rising wedge that eventually breaks down. My thing is whenever something gets this high, it usually dumps pretty hard, right? But I've been seeing things just, you know, like the 8 hour, that usually comes back all the way back down to the 21-day moving average. It's usually a good place to take some profit, in my humble opinion, right? It's hard because some people are like, but this could be the 10x for me. This is the one that's going to go all the way to the moon. And maybe it is. You know, what I do is I make gains, and then if it is the one on the moon, I make bigger bags. Like if I really think it's that one, then I think it could 10x, then I put 20 grand on it, I guess. You know, or I add to the trade, you know, after I've already taken some profits off of it a few times, though. It's kind of a new thing that I've been doing, mixing it up in a new strategy that's been making sense for me, you know, and just making sure that I'm not all in on the market. You know what I mean? That I have some tether on the sidelines in case the market just takes an absolute spillage and you can't get, so that looks pretty bearish to me on the 8-hour time frame. However, that's what I've been seeing, and these other time frames just keep grinding. Like, look, with the 8-hour was bearish here. Said it was time to come down, and it didn't. I mean, that's substantial. You're really far away. Every time you were far away from the 21 on the 8-hour, you did at least go sideways. See that? I took some good profits. I'm really excited now. Did the right, got in at 13 for 20 racks and basically sold almost all of it except for $3,000, right? And now if it comes back down here, because I like the project, I really believe in it, and it's got a very small market cap in the long term. I'll probably look back and be like, damn, that 20 grand would have been $2 million if I just left it in there. A lot of times that does happen. How do I send PALMAI from UD to MEXC? Let me show you how to do that and see if it can be done. So the first thing I would do is I would go to here to Coinbase. I don't know why I say Coinbase. CoinMarketCap. They're both blue and remind me of each other. So I'm at CoinMarketCap, right? And I would put in PALMAI, the first thing, right? I'd make sure I'd go and I'd look at the contract address. It's an Ethereum contract address. That means it lives on the Ethereum blockchain. That means you can send it as an ERC20 on the ERC20 network. Okay? So, once you grab that and you're copied up, you're ready to go, right? What do? Okay. You're going to head on to your MetaMask wallet. All right? And you would go to the send button here. All right? Once you hit send, you're going to paste your MEXC PALMAI address. All right, which should be, they all should really be the same. You should get an ERC20 redundant address, but make sure you click, and then you would be pasting your MEXC ERC20, and you will be, and I would send $10 first, and make sure $10 gets there. Once that happens, I would replicate the process, triple check both rep moves, and send the rest of my money. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking as financial advice, but whenever I send cryptocurrency. One time I didn't, I got bagged. So always send, I say, between 1 and 10% of the transaction first. Why not about 1% of the transaction? The other day I bought, 100 grand of a coin. Pretty crazy. I was sending 100 grand through the blockchain. I could not make a mistake. I couldn't look at my wife and say, babe, I made a big mistake. And so just make sure you're doing the right thing. Take it slow, take it easy. Don't overextend yourself, all right? I like this double divergence here. That could be, we didn't lose the low here. They played with it, but they didn't lose the low. They're trying to double bottom us here now. Bitcoin's attempting to hold 67.79 here. Showing that, that really normally does dump down, especially when the Stokes are high like that. They're trying to save. It's interesting. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. It broke out. Resistance came down. Cup with the handle. Breakout. Right? Saved by the cup and handle. All is good. Market's going to go back. We're all set. Ripping. No, we got to get back above this key level. 68,300 for me to even believe any of this is going to happen. Show me the moves, bulls. Show me that you can get back above support or resistance. Hey, show me this is an Adam and Eve double bottom. Now let's blast back to the upside. Let's get back inside this pattern. You get back inside this pattern. Bitcoin breaks back above the 200 SMA on the 7-minute. I open all my positions up again. It's right back to business as usual. It's ready to rock. All right. Got my 3% on the Bitcoin short again. Thanks to Sammy, Cup and Handy. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. Thank you for being here, man. God bless you. This time is not different. Just took 200x, cup and handle long. SMAs are pushing down hard. We also got a death cross here on the 7-minute. When's the last time we got a really even Steven death cross like this on the 7-minute time frame? And that was right here when we got a pretty nasty dump to the downside for Bitcoin. So definitely something we have to pay attention to. Definitely something that we want to be focused on. Okay? And look, now I am tethered up. I got $38,000 in tether. A lot of this is profit. Okay? I only left $3,000 of AITECH. I had about $22,000 of it. So I just took a lot of my profit and I paid myself. So this weekend I made well over, $15,000 absolutely trading. Like, it's just realized profits here. No joke. Paid myself, right? Now AITECH may continue to move. It may have been the dreamer for me. But you know what? I got money in the hand, babe. And if Bitcoin continues to crack, I don't have my entire portfolio loaded up without any spare tether at all. And I'm overexposed. I'm going to keep my FET. I've been buying FET for 2 years. It probably will tank from where this will. I could sell it all right now. I'm up huge in FET. I usually don't sell positions I'm in for long haul. My NEAR, I really won't sell. My beam, I should take profits on every single thing. I have a hard time doing that in a bull run. I usually just let my positions be. My PALMAI is big. I want to sell it in a way. I probably should have even at 2. But that's something I may just keep. It's not. If it goes back down $3,000, so be it. I'd rather just like a horse race there. I'm not selling my Pepe. It's up big enough, Even if it comes down, I believe Pepe 6, 7, 8 months from now is going to be in a good spot, right? You know what's pumping right now is ARTY. Let's take a look at ARTY because I got a bag that's moving right now. I'm like, whoa, this bag is moving. ARTY on MEXC. Yeah, look, it's pumping right now. I see it in this inverted head and shoulder, man, and the daily's moving. I put $2,000 in this thing. It's about $2,400 right now, and it's moving. I noticed it started moving an hour ago. I said, that's weird. Well, look, it's an inverted head and shoulder. We saw this happen to all those little meme coins. And look at this thing. It's in a kind of a cup with the handle. You see that? This thing's moving right now as we speak. I don't know what's happening to it or why. I have no idea, but ARTY's getting some pumpage for whatever reason here. It gets above this resistance. There's really no resistance for this thing. It's not far from like getting into price discovery. Its next big move takes it to 291. No, I traded for a long time on and off for years. It took me about 10 years of on and off trading till I finally went full time. Yeah. I always had a job and then a night shift. And the night shift was good for me though because I could trade all day. And then I could even trade at work because I never had anyone there. So that was a really good thing for me. Let's talk about the fan funding here. Shout out to everyone that gave to the channel tonight. We really appreciate that. Adaptable Maui Homestead for the $2 super chat. Aloha, brother. How does Pepe look to you right now? We'll take a look at Pepe, man. Overcome 70x7. And we just answered your question. What a great question, though. Yes, and, everything you do, if you tell yourself you're going to do it overnight, it's likely there's a high chance you're not going to be able to pull it off overnight. All right. How will you be able to trade and sell CBRC tokens? Will you trade on BTC's blockchain? I don't know what he's saying, but, everything, we'll figure it all out. You mean BRC20 tokens, right? CBRC. I mean, you might know more than me, Cheeks. Could you please, could you do TA on Spooky Swap? Also, your opinion if you think it could break the all-time high. Many thanks from P11NAD. Would you mind checking ISP and AI Gem? CWAR on the weekly. We took a look at that. Can you be kind and look at ADA, please? We did. God bless you. Vitality B. Maddie Kelch, just come in. Have a look at PALMAI yet? We did. God bless you, brother. Can you take a look at Numbers Protocol? Wow. Jason Riggs from Olaf. We love you, Olaf. We'll take a look at numbers. Not financial buys, but what do your swing trading and only a little when you sell to protect the bag? Would you wait until you lose the trend line? I always sell to protect the bag, but you got to do whatever makes you happy. Yeah. Because you know what? Like today, there was a few trades. Like I made $9,000 on one swing trade. A couple swing trades were down 300, 400. Another was up 500, 600. So I cut a few off that were down $300, $400, $500. But I'm putting like $5,000 to $10,000 in the bag. And if it pumps, you're making $10,000 pretty easily. If it don't, or you're covering for 300 bucks. So I'm risking 300 bucks for like 8-9 grand, and I'm doing it strategically. But you got to know what you're doing, and you got to be able to swing the bag. You got to be able to hold the bag. You got to know what you're doing. And again, it's not for everybody, right? So just, you know, and you got to know when you're overextended. And if you're overextended, you need to pull back. You need to pull back a little bit. If you have no tether at all, then there's, you know, I always tell myself, maybe I should keep some tether on the side, right? Shout out to Jason Casper for the $9.99. Look, $200 super chats. The man throwing weight at me. One of the nicest guys in the world. Check out his channel, Jason Casper on YouTube. Dude is awesome. Trading crypto leverage, man. And he raps. He does awesome cool stuff. And he works out. He's buff. He's way dieseler than me. You think I'm diesel? This guy's diesel. MYRO, please. Thank you. I think we did look at MYRO, right? All right, and let's get back in. But shout out to the fan funding master friend, Jason Riggs, Olaf, Maddie Kells, Vitality B, Positive Journey, Cheeks, the official Gem Class podcast, Adaptable, Overcome 7x7, 70x7, Jason Casper, Elias Arseniega, and Kurt. He wants power. We'll take a look at power. I haven't seen power in a long time. So yeah, watching this coin kind of look like it's getting a substantial move. We'll see what happens. Seems to be stuck at 206 though. Let's take a look at Power. Power Ledger, a coin I used to trade all the time back in the day. I held it long term. It was going to be my, you know, oh, I love Power Ledger. You know, like one of those, you're in love with coins. That was my Power Ledger. Yeah, baby. Bitcoin getting that bounce back to the upside. Double bottom is all. Once it breaks this level, then I got faith that Bitcoin can get back to business. Just got to break above this key level here. Come on, Bitcoin. Show us what you got. I mean, so many people want in on Bitcoin right now. Good day to buy some more Bitcoin, personally, right? Pixel's hot right now. I got Power Ledger on CoinEx. Wow, so it looks like it got pumped and dumped a little bit. Kind of stay away from it after that. I don't know. I'd move on, man. It's an old coin that just, you know, it's not really following the trend of the market either, right? Like, I went from 15 all the way to 125, then came all the way back down. It looks like if I would say I'd say a small, you know, or a substantial trade, some pump group, like all they do is pump. That's what they do. They got to handle this name, and they got it up, you know. WHOREN, that's insane. Kuyo. And now there's a Kuyo coin here. There's also one on Solana. Is it the same coin? I don't think that's the same coin. Nope. I hear people talking about this coin all the time. I'm like, it's got to have some big of a market cap. I don't know. I don't know which one it is. Yeah, I don't know. And it's funny though. Let me find it. I'll get it. I'll start acting like I'm not the crypto lifer, right? Polygon. There it is, $12.5 million market cap. So look, Kuyo, $4,000. Like my man Jason Appleton said, his $4,000 turned to $40,000. Shout out to Jason jumping on into a meme and getting busy. Everybody throws at a meme. Everybody takes a shot at a meme. You never know. And for the meme's sake, you really want Bitcoin to hold. When Bitcoin dumps, it's bad for the memes. It takes down the whole meme game. We go back to 65,000. The whole rate is, it's like we have to wait for Bitcoin to build back up, for the memes to build back up, and that whole kind of wave has to come again. We stay busy. The memes stay, we stay, and then we just continue to rip. Unless it's a different type of rally. I look for this to go sideways. The chance Kuyo continues. I didn't realize that small of a market cap. I heard about it a month or two ago. My man Seth, my biz, mind your biz. He was talking about it. I could see it going sideways here as long as it keeps that key level. Come on, Bitcoin, show us you can get back. I mean, 68,000 was good, and you wicked all the way from 67 back up to 68. You've double bottom now. It's a bit of a bullish div there, too, as that swings up and that swings down. So another bullish divergence for Bitcoin. Says we should get a bounce here for BTC. I thought that beat was kind of cool. If we can get back above this 68,381 level, we have ourselves a party here for Bitcoin. All right. But we got to get back above that level. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it, baby. Helps that algo, helps it move. You got 1,500 beautiful souls here. Hit that like button. I watched a video before, and I knew the person. I liked them, and I just forgot to hit the like button. I felt horrible. I ran back and hit it. You don't have to run back and do it, so do it right now. Also, if you like your bags, like your coins, and you hit the like button, it's just going to help your coins pump. That's only going to help you in the long run. All right. Bitcoin dump on a Sunday night. What's happening here for BTC? All right. And I'm just going for this pullback to the 21. And if it doesn't, it will go sideways. So be it. You can't chase. Eventually, you have to give up and take the gains. If we keep taking gains, we're just going to keep making money. You get it? And then we're going to have money when the market dumps. If all you can do is hodl, you're going to make some money. But, I'm holding on to PALM here. It looks like it may continue to pump here. I'm going to hold on. We're staying above key support zones. Look, let's see if the 7-minute can get back above this 200 SMA. The 1-minute held its 200. So let's see. As long as the 1-minute stays above the 200, I'm going to stay. If we lose the 200, we go down here. 169.99. Hey-oh. 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 Oh, I got a hard workout tomorrow morning I got to do. Beginning the fasting. Got a big day tomorrow. I mean, it was a crazy weekend. It was a crazy weekend. Shout out to everyone. If you want to trade where we trade, jump on into the link here. Takes you to MEXC. MEXC is an awesome, low-fee, high-energy place to trade. Zero spot maker and taker fees. Like all the trades I just made, spot, in and out, this and that, zero fees. You can even market in and out and not have to pay any fees. It's amazing. And then the future fees are only 0.1%, so it's easy to limit out and limit in and out of the trade. I find it absolutely amazing. I'm in love with it. It's awesome, and it's changed my life. And you can get a PALMAI ID, RNS ID, and trade there beautifully. So from anywhere in the world here, talk to customer service, have your face on your account, and just feel like a real person. Check it out right there. Give you a link there. You can check that out. All right. KYC on any exchange. So I'm still seeing some substantial coins, and I'm going to show you another cool little easy trick. I don't like using the word easy, but a simple trick to gain a little advantage here and there on the market. And it's not amazing, but I like what you're saying here with ASTR. This thing has been hot. Continues to pump, flagging out on that 5-minute. And if there's an airdrop, if there's something coming out, if people want to get in and out, if there's another small coin that people want, and they're not really paying attention to Bitcoin, this thing could pump regardless, right? That's in a bull flag. You could see it pump up and even maybe more. But I like that little flag there. I don't want to move my position, but when it gets back up 150% profit, I'm going to take a little profit and use your advice. It's easy when you're smart and gifted. Let's go, baby. Hey, are you talking about me or you? Probably about you, man. I'm just, I don't know if I'm smart and gifted as much as I am just consistent. I'd rather be consistent than smart and gifted. I know a lot of smart and gifted people that didn't do a dang thing with their lives, right? My dad always said there's a lot of smart people in prison. It's a funny thing my dad used to say, and he was serious about it. He said, oh, you want to be smart? There's a lot of smart guys in prison. Everyone's smart. Be a smart guy, you know. Wow, Florida pumping to the upside hard body out of the beautiful ascending triangle. Just look for these beautiful patterns with the tight moving averages. Grab the base of that pole and bang. Look at that thing. In 15 minutes, it went from 26 to 31. I don't know what it is. I think I looked at it one time before. Pimon was hot before. Multiverse. So everything taking a bit of a hit here to the downside. Opolis has been super hot. Funny, we went sideways for the last few days. I've been taking profits out of it, getting into I took profits out of Opulus, $3,000, put it into AITECH. You know what I mean? Oh no, put it into PALMAI. Turned into two of it turned into $6,000. Used the other $1,000 for something else. I think some AITECH, you know. Now I have the money. I can go back into optimism. It never left. You know what I mean? Pretty awesome. And actually, I have a better optimism chart here that shows that it could continue to the upside here on MEXC. Like, it's just flagging. Like, optimism looks very hot right now compared to the rest of the market. It kind of lagged, too. So I may even just go right back in. And I sold at 460. I can get back in at 458. So it's crazy, man. I use this like a piggy bank. I left it. Look, for 3 days, it's been sideways. So I sold it off on like Friday night, Saturday, I think Friday night. Used it to trade all weekend. Made gains of the money. And now I have, you know, I can go back into optimism. So crazy. I sold half my bag. I'll get back in. Super chat, Spooky Swab, Hamster, and BNB. Come on, Bitcoin. You got a double bottom. Now is a double bottom. That is a 68% chance of a break back to the upside here. And then look, this could be what it's called a double-headed head and shoulder. I've seen them play out many times. The head is double-headed. We just got to get back inside this pattern, turn this into a bear trap. You know, most likely it is. Let's get real. You know what I mean? Who's shorting Bitcoin right now with Larry Fink on your back? I don't think that's a smart idea. With the biggest inflows we've ever seen, probably going to start again as soon as the day starts tomorrow morning. But again, you never know. I protect thy purse at all times. All right. ARKM's been a hot coin. Look at this thing. It just didn't stop. Finally got a little bit of a pullback for ARKM. See, like AITECH kind of breaking some, like got a double, you know. You never know, though. See if it lost the 200 SMA on the 7 about. See, once that happens to me, I start to get weary. Now, it could just bounce back, and I could miss out on a beautiful move here. But if it bounces back, here's the deal. If it continues down, I don't miss out on this double top. If it goes back and gets sideways, I can get in here and then play the move further to the upside, right? I may miss a little bit of the move here. But that's, you know, I'm playing with big money. I'd rather keep myself protected than play games. I haven't, you know, I didn't decide. You know, I like this coin long term. I really do. But I don't know about 20K long term right now. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm there yet. I mean, you called out ARKM. You gave me a whole thing about ARKM before it happened, man. You're on point, dude. I hope you took your own advice and made some massive gains on that coin, because you did a really good job researching it, teaching me about it, and helping me bring it to the group. ARKM, I mean, finally, the blow off top. I mean, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, that's the blow off top. I look at these things kind of like without any moving averages on big time frames. And I mean, that's just, I've never seen anything. That's just insanity. I don't know where this liquidity came from. I don't know what happened. That's insane. How fast and furious it went up. Now you look at the 21, you got to come back to that 21-day moving average, specifically on the daily time frame. So again, pretty big blow off top. We don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but some type of falling wedge, right? And then you pull a Fibonacci. And a lot of these coins have to come home to roost. Like, they cannot just continue to pump like this. It's not healthy. I've never seen it. And everyone's going to remember that rally? So it is likely we're going to get some type of pullback for a couple, like maybe a couple weeks to a month into the halving. We got 40 days. It'd be cool if we cool off a little bit into the halving. You know what I mean? The more you go up on any asset, everybody, the harder the fall. You don't want max pain. You want, you want some little pullbacks on your way. All right. Yeah, bang, bang. Money is being printed. Dollar going to zero. Yep. Just signed up for MEXC with your code. Thank you for Ibis for saying that. And if you use MEXC to sign up with my code, I greatly appreciate that. I do get a commission. I appreciate that. Sign up to iTrust Capital and my weekly newsletter. Everyone, if you sign up, I forgot about my weekly newsletter. Oh, my goodness. Right here, put your email address in. All right. Hit consent so we can send you more awesome deals and stuff like our Black Friday sale and stuff like that. But jump on in. I can't wait. And I want to see you here. All right. And this is awesome. So blessings on blessings for each and every one of you. Put your email address 2 times a week. You're going to get a newsletter from me and my team, breaking it down. You're going to want a high five after that. Join the 99 and you get yourself some justice. Sam is the best mentor in the game, and his heart is in the right place. The lifers are a family. Get in the game today. Blessings on blessings. Shout out to Crypto Bear Bacon. We love you. We appreciate your constant support, your dedication, your work. You put 2 hours. You're always here on the stream every single time. We thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. Bitcoin breaking above that key level, baby. Can we do it? The double bottom has a 68% chance of a move at least back to 68,900. And look, so much of that loss is already erased for Bitcoin. If you panic sold, I took profits on some coins that I think were just extremely, extremely high, right? I see ARKM coming back down first. You never know. Lately, it just turns right back up and rips again, though. But this is like what normally happens to an asset, right? Wow, everyone, we got above resistance. Previous support. I like it. So far, so good. And once you get above the 21, it's likely you can pump back up. And we got nice divergence here now. This kind of was the cup. Could there be a handle there now? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell for notifications and sign up for the newsletter. Stay informed. I took some profits on Python, moved it into Sol. Portal getting a decent pump. Portal and Pixel remind me of each other a little bit. They came out around the same time. So I saw Portal pumping and I said, can it get into some type of flag, right? I just projected the flag a little lower than it should have been, right? But that's what happens, right? I must have thrown it up there just looking at it. Super chat or something, right? Portal looks like it's going to continue to go to the upside, like it's just breaking out. This thing is hot right now. I wouldn't stress Bitcoin one bit right now with the ETF and Larry Fink behind it. Look at this shoulder, head, right shoulder. It broke out, made the flag. That's a cup and handle breaking out. I look for a smaller time frame, but you can see the 2 hour says this thing's going to rip. And then it goes into that price discovery, 31% gains out of Portal. This thing looks like it just don't care. And let's take a look here on the 1 hour time frame, all the coins, and see what's hot right now. So WorldCoin doesn't seem to care, up 6-7%. Near Protocol just continuing to rip, doesn't matter. Dimension at 730. Dimension we'll look at because that had a pullback. It actually may be something to get into. And Optimism has been really strong. As I showed you, like it didn't seem to care. Starknet has been super strong, no pullback. This is one of my favorite coins, Axelar, and it just continues to rip. Airweave has shown really strong strength. Aptos and Optimism have been hot. Uniswap has been super hot. Kava is showing signs of life. So a lot of coins with no red at all. Very, very interesting times to be alive. Let's look at the banter bubbles here in the last hour and see what's happening. What's bouncing back quicker? Pulse X, Near, Wildcoin, hot coins right now. Caspa getting some love right now with the Bitcoin pullback. And people buy into things that I think are going to be substantial. For the last week, we've had a lot of movement. It was mainly meme crazy, right? So Portal looks hot to me. I see Portal going to 351. I really do. You be like, how, Sam? Because just price discovery, a newer coin gets that hype. Now it's pumping. The 2 hour says, then what do? You look for the 7-minute and you look for some type of flag here. You look for like the cup and handle on the 7-minute to get into that bigger cup and handle. You see what I mean? Never chase a green candle. You know, I might even buy the 7-minute and stay above the 200. As long as we stay above the 200 span, the 7, this will continue to rip. You get it? Once you lose the 7-minute, that's when you could say, hey, maybe it's not a good sign. Also, put alert here. If it breaks that alert, could be a good substantial support zone. And once it breaks back above, might be a good chance to ride, right? Portal looks good to me, though. I like what I'm seeing for Portal. You tell me, though. And how about the analysis, huh? How about the analysis, everybody? How about the analysis? How do you feel about the analysis? Is it making you swing? Shout out to the Cash App. If you want to cash at me, you can. Shout out to John Sweisler. Johnny Z, we love you, man. Thank you. Hey, yo. Thank you again for that. You're funny, man. If you want to cash at me at Crypto Lifer, you can do that. People were doing it last night. Whatever. It's out there if you want to do it. It's money sign Crypto Lifer. What's going on? Yeah. Calm down, okay? All right, everyone. My 3-year-old daughter has a runny nose, a bloody nose, right? Really? It might not be that. I think you're overreacting. You overreact a lot. Okay? I know. I'm trying to calm you down, honey. All right? Let's take a deep breath. Let's relax. It could be a sinus issue, right? I had a bloody nose for a few hours in my life when I was a kid. You know? It could be horrible. I don't know. We have to be careful, right? Why would, let's see what the chat says. There's a lot of very smart people in the chat. Random bloody noses happen. Happens to everyone. She says how long though? How long has her nose been bleeding? 3 hours on and off?
It's been bleeding for
2
2 hours.
2 hours. Gushing blood? How bloody, man? Crypto is hot. Go away, wife. Oh my God. Someone's Don't ruin the business, babe. Come on. Go clean the blood up and keep your mouth shut. I'm just joking. Regardless, take care of your kid. Now, everyone will look bad at me if I don't go up there, right? She probably picked her nose, right? I've never seen her pick her nose. It's true. Dry air. She got a little too hot. Check her temperature. She's very hot. She was hot yesterday. Dry nose. Did she do something to her nose? No. I used to have those as a kid. Lifer should sign off. How about B&B, sir? Hamstar. Oh, you want me off right now? Like, this is it. Like, you're done. Like, you've come to... Really? All right. This coin Hamstar isn't hamster, but hamster looks hot. Someone asked about me yesterday. I think this is a meme that's gonna... I don't know what it is. Someone mentioned this yesterday, hamster. Or maybe on the live. Babe, I'm in like... Oh my God. I'm under a lot of stress right now. You're stressing me out. Okay. All right. No, everyone thinks I'm being me. I just don't think my kid's bloody nose is that big of a deal. You know what I mean? I also don't want to add, if it is a big deal.
So you're fine to get off now.
Yeah, I'll just give me 2 minutes to close it down and I'll run off. Okay. Jeez. She's usually like super sweet and kind. So my wife's never like, I'm not used to that, you know? If it is a big deal, you don't want to make it a big deal. You want to be the man and keep things calm, all right? If it is a big deal, you don't add to... I'm just... All right? So I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to handle my business as a father. Everything's going to be fine, all right? Bitcoin is struggling, right? This is how you start to kind of lose some areas. And you can see rounded tops, you know. As you see, you got to make this into some type of inverted head and shoulder here. Break us back above. We did get above this key level on the 5-minute time frame. That was substantial. I didn't even eat dinner yet, right? I told you guys that, right? And you want to see us get back inside that. Once we get back inside the pattern, like all this is just like a bear trap, and it's all laughter. The bullish divergence tells us that we're probably pretty good, and we're going to be fine, and we're likely going to bounce very nicely. And then the double bottom. So we had two good patterns, you know, and then this could even be the double-headed inverted head and shoulder. So, yeah, even if it's a big deal, keeping calm is the number one rule. Helps make rational decisions. Yeah. This guy's had a rough time with women, man. Blunt, we love you, man. I'm sorry, bro. I hope things get better, man. All right. Bloody nose pattern. Yeah, see, like, so the blood may start coming out from here or from here, depending, right? This is crazy. You guys are... Prayers for your daughter. Yeah, something could be wrong. You know, I could be joking around and it could be a big deal. So I'm out of here for the night, everyone, before my wife cuts my you-know-what off. Nice to see you, Sammy. Send love. Yeah. God bless you. Your wife is your treasure. Hope all is well. She is. She's the greatest thing since sliced bread. She helps everybody here. She does a lot for the channel and for all of us. Blessings on blessings for my wife, man. Someone said Casper was pumping and said, yeah, but very small amount. But I see Casper in a giant cup and handle about to do business. Look at this thing. Casper's now pumped to 26. So Casper tells me not to worry about the Bitcoin rally. We're about to continue to pump to the upside here for Casper. So no stress, everybody. Take a deep breath. Hamster will get you there. I'm just joking. Last thing I need to look at is AVAX, just for myself, and then I'm out for the night. Sorry if I missed the super chat, everybody. I'm doing the best I can over here. $41 for AVAX. It seems just to be kind of hanging out between 31, 39, and 41. This is the range. Anywhere between 40, 43 is really a range-bound area for AVAX. And I'm looking for it to go to 72. It's staying beautifully in this channel. As long as it stays above the 200 SMA in the 4-hour time frame, I have no worries here for AVAX. I like what I'm seeing for AVAX. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life, everyone. Blessings on blessings. If I can, I'll do another update for Bitcoin. But if not, be big boys and big girls. Watch your 200-day moving averages. If you lose them on the 15 and the 1 hour, on the 1 hour or the 30 minute, you know you're going to the 1 hour. If you get back above that pattern, you're good to go. So no stress. I hope everyone has the information they have to handle themselves tonight. I think I gave you enough information, and you should be able to kind of figure out what we're doing here, right? Bitcoin's still really not out the water yet until we get back even above this level here. We'll call it 68.5. Okay. And so just be careful here. I tethered up for a reason, you know, and I haven't tethered up in a long time. So you tell me. All right. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. Blessings on blessings. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. Bright and early, 10 a.m., ready to rock it out like we do every single day. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for everybody here. 56,500 subscribers. Unbelievable. Blessings on blessings to be alive. Thank you for each and every one of you for being here. Anyone who joined the trading group, use the link. Hit up iTrust Capital. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you.